he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team of all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26.
You've got to give kudos to the offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion, take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They had the auspicious beginning of the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
Has absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's the end of the first quarter.
21-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Lions will take over. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season, and how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in point, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go play action with Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. 19
On 2nd and a yard. Hurts. Taken in by Pascal out left. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. That's pulled in at the 32. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check it. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 30 on second down, Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Right back to Sanders on first down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not a surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the speed, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up fourth down. Going for it with Sanders. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for two. They'll turn to Sanders. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Defensively, certainly not fooling there. Play started at the 2, and was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37th. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Swift. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. This one taken in by Cephas. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. A quick throw here out to Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. 62 yards. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the gun, here's Swift. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's gone. Quickly to Hockenson. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run here with Swift. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll try it now with Swift. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 12. A little under a minute 50 remaining. The 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way, but bottom line, they're still alive. On 1st down, Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want to.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll run with Swift. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.